Tell me a horror story and add explicit details. In a small, forgotten town nestled deep within the woods, there stood an old, dilapidated house known as the Hollow Manor. It was said that the house had a life of its own, whispering secrets to those who dared to enter. The townsfolk avoided it, sharing hushed tales of the family that once lived there, an eccentric couple and their 3 children, who vanished one stormy night without a trace. One cold autumn evening, a group of adventurous friends decided to explore the manor, armed with flashlights and a sense of bravado. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and decay as they approached the creaking front door, which swung open with a haunting groan, as if inviting them in. Inside, the air was stale, and the walls were lined with peeling wallpaper that revealed dark stains underneath remnants of a past long forgotten. The friends moved cautiously through the dimly lit rooms, their laughter echoing off the walls, but the atmosphere grew heavier with each step they took. Shadows danced in the corners of their eyes, and an unsettling chill crept up their spines. In the living room, they found a dusty old piano, its keys yellowed and cracked. One of the friends, Sarah, couldn't resist the urge to play a haunting melody. As her fingers danced across the keys, the notes seemed to awaken something within the house. A low, mournful wail echoed through the halls, sending shivers down their spines. The laughter faded, replaced by an uneasy silence. Suddenly, the temperature dropped, and a cold breeze swept through the room, extinguishing their flashlights. Panic set in as they fumbled in the darkness, their breaths quickening. Just then, a faint glow emerged from the hallway, illuminating a figure, a pale woman in a tattered white dress, her hair hanging in matted strands, her eyes hollow and sorrowful. She stood at the end of the corridor, beckoning them with a bony finger. "Help us," she whispered, her voice a chilling rasp that echoed in their minds. The friends exchanged terrified glances, but curiosity compelled them forward. As they approached, the woman's face twisted into a grotesque grin, revealing jagged teeth stained with blood. "Help us escape," she pleaded, her voice rising to a desperate shriek. "They won't let us go." The walls began to pulse, the house seemingly alive with rage. The friends turned to flee, but the doors slammed shut, trapping them inside. The air was thick with the stench of rot, and the floorboards creaked ominously beneath their feet. Whispers filled the room, taunting them with the secrets of the manor, the fate of the family who had once lived there. One by one, the friends began to disappear. Mark was the first. He was pulled into a dark corner, his screams swallowed by the shadows. Next was Lisa, who was dragged into the depths of the basement, her pleas for help echoing in the stillness. Sarah and Tom were left, hearts pounding, as they stumbled back toward the piano. Desperation clawed at them as they tried to remember the way out. The woman's laughter filled the air, a cacophony of madness that sent them into a frenzy. They dashed down the hall, but the walls seemed to close in around them, the house shifting and warping, disorienting them further. As they reached the front door, it swung open, revealing the dark forest beyond. But as they stepped outside, they found themselves back in the living room, the piano still playing its haunting melody. The woman stood before them, her form flickering like a candle in the wind. "Stay with us," she crooned, her voice a seductive whisper. "You can't leave. You belong to the Hollow Manor now." With a final, blood-curdling scream, Sarah and Tom were consumed by the darkness, their bodies merging with the house, their souls forever trapped within its walls. The manor stood silent once more, waiting patiently for the next group of unsuspecting souls to wander in, lured by the promise of adventure, only to become part of its tragic tale.